Good morning, everyone. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to every single one of you who are here today for taking the time out of your busy schedules to participate in this third stage of our very important gathering focused on our institutional growth and future. Let's remember the two previous stages that also feed into this third stage. The first stage of our growth gathering was, let's go. The second, steal. And this third stage, dream. To experience this third stage, to take part in it, we need to remember where our dignity as people lies, right? Why do you think every person has a dignity that needs to be respected and recognized? Why is it that each and every individual human being possesses an inherent dignity that we are all required to acknowledge and respect? That is exactly right, because we are all created in the divine image and the holy likeness of God. Since we are truly like Him and we are made in God's own image, let's take a moment to remember what those manifestations are, those specific signs in which we show, express, and clearly reveal that sacred image and likeness in our daily lives. We must reflect on how these attributes manifest within us as a testament to our Creator. It is through acts of genuine kindness, through the small seeds of lasting hope, through unwavering patience, deep solidarity, heartfelt empathy, and the profound compassion that we all experience at some meaningful point in our lives. So, those precious seeds that God has carefully placed deep within our hearts are there to remind us and to tell us constantly, you are truly my beloved child. You are my own divine image, and you are created in my very likeness and glory. So, to fully experience and embrace this third stage of our journey, we truly need to connect with all those precious and noble seeds of divinity that God has so lovingly planted deep in our hearts and that constantly serve to remind us that we are made in His very own image and likeness. Now, let's really get to work. Let's put those seeds, those deep inner spiritual values to work with which we clearly show that we are truly made in God's own image during this third stage. For this purpose, let's take a moment to remember exactly what Pope Francis said to us, right? He told us about this ability that God has given us to dream, right? So he says, we lost the charm of walking together, the charm of dreaming together. We lost it. And for this richness of dreaming together, driven by hope to move forward, we have to walk together. We have to meet. We have to dream. Don't lose the charm of dreaming. Why? Because the Pope possessed the profound wisdom to understand that through our dreams, the magnificent and powerful seeds that God has planted deep in our hearts are finally set in motion and begin to stir within us. They start to work, to join efforts, so that we can make our environments something different, something better, something wonderful, right? So let's keep in mind this invitation from the Pope to dream together, okay? We're going to work now on a personal level in this time of reflection, right? For this purpose, let's truly bring to our minds all of those noble feelings, those wonderful ideals, and all those significant improvements we want for our Annunciation Catholic School and for our Immaculate Heart School as well, right? What exactly is it that we want to see change? We want a community where we can truly feel safe and secure, a place where we can all live together in harmony, where we strive to become more dedicated students, more supportive classmates, better children, and more loyal friends, right? So let's get in touch with those inner values that are in our hearts and that in some way shout out to us. remind us that we are made in the image and likeness of God. That's why we have feelings of compassion, empathy, listening, fraternity, patience, forgiveness, and understanding. So let's bring to this moment of dreaming all those noble feelings. And so let's think, right? What is my ideal for my school? How would I like it to be? What would I like it to have so it could be better? So that it would really be what God wants for this place, right? A place where all his children can be happy and live together. What dreams do I have for my school? What can I improve? What improvements do I want? But also, what am I willing to improve, to suggest, to help with, so that this dream can come true, right? Any questions about this? So at some point, we've said, how I wish that at my parish school, the Immaculate of the Annunciation, we had this, or this would happen, or we would interact like this, or that we had these sports fields, or that we could go on these field trips. I don't know. So let's bring back our dreams, our ideals, the improvements we want for our school, and we're going to write them down. You were given or will be given a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil so that in 8 minutes, 10 minutes at most, you can write down all of your dreams, all of them, every single one. Don't hold back. I know you all have an incredible ability to reflect, and you're creative too, because I've seen your projects, your work displayed on the walls in the hallways of your parish school, La Annuncian. So let's put our abilities to work. Let's put to use the seeds that God has planted in our hearts, seeds of kindness and brotherhood. Let's get to work. So, what do I want that's beautiful, wonderful, great, or improvements for my school? Go ahead. Great job. Write down every single one of your dreams. Now we're going to move on to the second part, the second stage of our dreaming phase. There will be a community deep dive. What does that involve? What? Look, the work you're about to do is going to be amazing. First, let's remember that through our great abilities, those dreams you wrote down in some way reflect the major strengths of this school, this parish school of the Annunciation. The great strengths, the lights, the wheat, all the good things, all the wonderful fruits that God wants, that God has planted and wants to keep multiplying here in this parish school of the Annunciation. But through our dreams, we also identify our areas for growth. If we have put our dreams down on paper, God also wants us to help, to work together to transform this reality so that it truly becomes a school environment, a parish school where we all feel safe, calm, happy, peaceful, and fulfilled, right? So, how are we going to achieve this? How are we going to identify our strengths, our areas for growth, and how can we transform our environments, our realities? So, what are we going to do? We are going to express, represent, or graphically design the ideal of the educational community we want for the Annunciation Parish School. We're going to include new projects, solutions, improvements, and so on, right? We're going to visually express how we want our Annunciation Parish School to be wonderful, grand, important, amazing, creative, and innovative, right? So we're going to take these 6 considerations into account. First, we're going to listen carefully. We're going to form teams, okay? Right now, they're going to help us integrate the teams. It's important and necessary that the teams are made up of all the members of this Annunciation Parish School. That means they should include parents, students, administrators, coordinators, teachers, and support and administrative staff, right? All members of our community, this Annunciation Parish community, should be represented. So let's put the teams together. Number one, we listen carefully to the dreams of every team member. If someone feels shy or if someone needs more time, we'll respect that, right? But we'll be missing out on their dreams. So hopefully, right? So that in that atmosphere of freedom, we can work together and share our dreams. Number two, as a team, we're going to create a product that captures our dreams, ideals, and all the wonderful, innovative, and creative things we want for our school. Number three, you need to select and appoint a dedicated facilitator to guide the group through this specific process. Someone who will actively encourage every single person on the team to participate so that absolutely nobody misses out on the valuable opportunity to share their dreams. We want to hear from you. Number four, another person to organize the times so that if there are 5 people on the team and we have 2 miles, 2 minutes we have 10 minutes to do this, to share the dreams, it means that each one will have 2 minutes or 1 minute, right? It depends on the team members, right? A facilitator. Number four, another person to organize the times and say, you have 1 minute. The others, one gives the floor, the other keeps track of the time. And the secretary, that's number five, appoint a secretary who will share the team's results. With whom? Well, we'll let you know who is responsible for the improvement processes for the entire Paroquial de la Annunciation School, or Mother Claudia in this case, right? That's it. And we're going to give 35 minutes. So let's make the most of it. Let's optimize our time and put to use all the abilities God has given us. That works, right? It has to express it in a graphic way, right? It could be a story, a cheer, a song, a text, a message. I don't know, right? A collage? I don't know. You all decide there how you want to organize yourselves as a team, how you want to present it to everyone else, where you share the dreams you have for your parochial school of the Annunciation. Any questions? So let's go over the guidelines again. First, listen carefully to the dreams of every member. Second, create a product as a team that reflects the dreams you have for your school. Third, appoint a facilitator who helps everyone participate, who encourages the participation of all team members. Another person should keep track of the time. Fifth, a secretary who shares the team's product. And number 6, we have 35 minutes. So let's all remember together the Pope's invitation, okay? We're all going to read it together. Don't be afraid to dream big. Good job, okay? Good job putting our creativity and our ideas into action. Good job. Now we're going to have our plenary session for this third stage, which is called Dream. Very good. Now let's share our dreams, okay? Number 1, the secretary from each team will present their final product. They hand it over to the principal, to Mother Claudia in this case, okay? All right, so how'd you prepare it? How'd you? Now come up to the front and let's share that team project. You have a maximum of 3 minutes per team. Let's listen carefully, okay? This is the order in which the teams will participate. Number 1, number 5, number 3, number 4, and we'll finish with a bang with number 2. So let's repeat. 1, Team 5, Team 3, Team 4, and number 2. Thank you very much. Let us truly listen with great care and attention to these inspiring dreams you have shared. We want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for giving us this wonderful chance to hear your personal dreams, your heartfelt hopes, and the deep, great concern you hold for feeling like such an incredibly important and vital part of these essential improvements being made to your beloved parochial school of the Annunciation. Thank you, because today you have shown us how God continues to act, to walk, and to live with you, placing in your hearts all those hopes that our environments will be different, where God reigns, where we are, where all his children are happy. Thank you so much for being a part of this, for participating in this third stage of our institutional growth meeting. Thank you. Good food, good times with family. May God continue to live and walk with you. Thank you.